Okay. Okay. So good evening to one and all. I'll share my screen also. So up to in the last session, we discussed the concept of identity and access management, how to create the users, AM users, how to create AM groups, how to create IAM some policies, how to create IAM password policies, how to apply message multi-factor authentication per group user and IAM users. Those concepts we discussed in the last sessions very clearly. Now, in this session, we are going to discuss about command line interface. Command line interface. We have observed that up to now, whatever the services I explained, all the services I explained using the interface, that is console interface I am using. That is using the management console. I have to explain all the features, all the services of the AWS. With the help of console, I have to explain. And also the second way, this is one way. Second way is using command line interface also. We have to use the features of the AWS. Use the features of AWS. In this session, I am going to explain the concept, the command line interface. First, I have to explain the concept in command line interface using the command line, how we had to create command line interface. The AWS command line interface is a unified tool to manage our AWS services. With just one tool, we have to download, configure, we can control multiple AWS services from the command line. We had to install the CLI, we had to install the tool, the AWS command line interface tool we had to install in your system. For that, for Windows user, first we had to enable the access key. How we had to enable the access key for the root user? That is, for that we go to the my security credentials. Under the my security credentials, we go to the access keys. We had to click on create new access key. Now we had to see that how I am download the access keys. This is my AWS account. Here at the top side of your AWS account, click on this one. Here we had to choose security credentials option. Under the security credential, scroll down. Here access keys are there. Just now I am creating the access key. Anyhow, I want to delete this one. Select this, actions, delete. Here to confirm deletion, enter the access key ID. This is, and leave it first. First, I need to create access key IDs. How we had to create the access key IDs means you have to select in your root account. Under that security credentials, we have to choose it. Scroll down, scroll down. Here access keys option is there. If you want to create the access key, click on create access key option. Click on that. Click on that. What it is mentioned, root user access keys are not recommended. To continue create access key, I can click on that. Click on create access key. See here, this is access key ID for your AWS root account. This is for secret access key for your AWS root account. If you want to download in the CSV file format, we can also download it. Or we can copy this access key ID. We can copy this one, paste it in the notepad. Paste it in the notepad. This is access key ID. And we copy secret access key ID, copy and paste it. That is one way. Here, option is there. We have to download the CSV file. Click on that. If you open this CSV file, see here, the access key ID is there. What is the access key ID? This is the access key ID. Same is there. See here, this is the access key ID, and this is secret access key ID. See here, same. So that we can select the access key IDs, either copy and paste it, or you may choose download CSV file. We can copy and paste it, the access key ID and the secret access key ID. Or you can download the CSV file and we can open that one. You are getting the access key ID and the secret access key. From that also we can copy and paste it. That's nothing problem at all. That's I have mentioned in my PPT. We had to enable access key. How we had to enable the access key? Go to my security credentials. Go to access keys. Click on create new access key. We can download the file or you may copy and paste it in Notepad, the access key ID and secret access key. Already I told that to use the AWS services using the command line interface, we had to download one tool. We had to download it. The tool is, this is the link I am providing. Download and install command line interface. Click on that. This is downloaded. See here, already in my system, that tool is installed. AWS CLI tool is installed. Anyhow, we can double click on that. Wait for few minutes. That is, please wait while the setup wizard prepares to guide you through the installation. It's taking time. Okay, now it is there. Click on next option. Accept. Click on next. Click on next. Install. In my system, AWS command line interface tool is installed. Already in my system it is there. Now I am updating. It's taking time. Wait. Those are the steps we had to follow. Already just now, before to explain the session, I am creating those access key IDs. See here, 52 minutes back I am creating. To delete that access key ID, first we have to copy the access key ID. Select this access key ID if you want to delete. Go for actions, select delete option. Here we have to type it, deactivate here. Here we can type it access key ID. Select delete option. That is deleted. Just now I am creating this one. I am creating this one. 4 minutes back I am creating. Okay. Fine. Fine. Now see here. Do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? Yes. Wait. It's taking time. Compute space is required. For that, now it is installed in your system. In my system, installing AWS command line interface. It is installed. Okay. It is installed. Already there. It is updating. Why? Because I installed another time. It's very simple tool. Why to learn this command line interface? Some clients, they want to explain with the help of the command line interface only. They're not accepting with the management console. They want to show you with the command line interface only. That's why we have to learn the command line interface. How, with the help of the command line interface, how we are creating the bucket, how to upload the objects, how we are creating the IAM users with the help of the command line interface. That's we have to practice it. Yes, it is installed. Click on finish. Okay. Now the next step is see that you have to open the command prompt. You connect AWS mission. We can type it at the command prompt AWS configure, AWS configure. When we type it at the command prompt AWS configure, then it is asking enter your AWS access key and then enter secret access key. After entering the access key ID and the secret access key, then it is asking what is your default region, that is asking. And then we can enter the output format also. I can done this with practical. I had to open the command prompt in my system. Click on that. See here. Here, I had to use the command AWS configure. Copy and paste it in the command prompt. Click on enter. Now it is asking AWS access key ID. I copy and paste it in my notepad. I also download in the CSV file also access key ID and secret access key. I copy this. This is access key ID in my AWS root account. Copy and paste it here. Click on enter. It's asking secret access key. This we copy and paste it. Click on enter. Then it is asking default region name. Default region name. If you are chosen the Mumbai region, go for the global. You have to enter Mumbai region. This is AP South one. Otherwise, if you want to use North Virginia region, you can type it US East one. If you want to use California, you have to type it US West one. If you want to use Canada Central, CA Central one, you can copy and paste it. Now I am using the region. This is the region I am using. AP South one I am using. Copy this one and paste it in the command prompt. Click on enter. It's asking default output format. I need the text format. Click on enter. Okay. Now, in this session, I need to create the bucket in the command line prompt. Now, we see that how many buckets are there in my AWS account. Search it on the search box S3. Click on S3. Click on buckets. Buckets. See that the two buckets are there. One is with my name and Elastic Beanstalk. That bucket is there. Now, I need to create bucket in command line interface. With the command line interface, I need to create the bucket. I'm not using, this is the management console. I am not using the management console. With the help of the command line interface, I create the bucket, I upload the objects. Some clients are asking with the command line interface, you can create the bucket, you can upload the objects. Then you need to show that one. You need to show that one. That's why you need to practice in command line interface also how we can create the bucket, how we have to upload the objects, how we have to create the IAM users, how we have to create the IAM groups, how we have to create the instances, how we can connect the instance, how we can terminate the instances. All those things we can practice it with the command line interface. With the command line interface. Okay. Now, we can create one S3 bucket. If you want to know more details, you can click on this link. Already upload the PPTs to your Google Drive link. All PPTs I uploaded. Now, in the command prompt, I want to know what are the list of buckets are there. Then we can type it at the command prompt. At the command prompt, AWS S3 ls, we have to see that. You know, well, why you are using the ls command? That is to know the list of files we are using the command is ls. Now I am typing in the command prompt AWS S3 ls. Click on enter. See that these two buckets are there. One is with my name bucket I am creating and another one is also there. Now I need to create one more bucket using the command line interface. Not using the console, I can create the bucket using command line interface. Using command line interface. How we have to create the bucket using the command line interface is, this is the syntax we have to follow. This is the syntax. See here. AWS S3 make a bucket. MB is make a bucket S3 colon 2 slashes and then enter the bucket name. Bucket name I am entering. Bucket name I entered VCE 9441. I am given the bucket name. Copy this one, paste it in command prompt. Wait. I copy this. Paste it in the command prompt. Click on enter. See here, bucket is created. Make bucket. with the bucket name VCE Vardhaman College of Engineering 9441. Now that bucket is created or not. If you want to confirm, you can check it in console. This is see here. You refresh this one in management console. See that Vardhaman College of Engineering bucket is created. By default, you are create the bucket using command line interface. Accessing see that bucket and objects are not public. Bucket and objects are not public. Till now, I am not uploading any buckets. If you want to change the permission also, we can change it with, can practice the more commands, how we can make as public. That also we can practice it. Already I am given the link, that is to know more about the command line interface on this, the S3. This is the link we have to follow. This is the link we have to follow. You click on this link, more commands are showing. How we can practice with the help of the command line interface, the S3 commands, they are the S3 command syntax they are given. Okay, now I make as public, that is in this bucket, choose the permissions tab. See here, see here, click on edit option. We can remove the tick mark, click on save changes. You have to confirm. Click on confirm. And then scroll down. Bucket ownership also. Click on edit option. All those things we can practice it with the help of the command line interface also. That's nothing problem at all. We can practice it in the lab. I can select ACLs is enabled. Put the tick mark for acknowledgement. Click on save changes. Okay. Now, with the help of the command line interface, I'm creating the bucket. The bucket name is VCA9441. I'm creating the bucket. Is there any objects are there? Right now, I am not uploading any objects. Now, I need to upload the objects using command line interface. How we have to upload the objects using command line interface is, this is the syntax we have to follow. Copy this one, paste it in the notepad. In the notepad, that is AWS S3 copy object name with extension. Then S3 colon slashes bucket name slash object name with extension. Before that, you have to open the command prompt. Now, where you are in C drive, users, my, under the my folder, your objects are there. Your objects are there. Now, I have to open my system. C drive, users folder, my folder is there. Here, one object is there, nature object is there. Right click on it, show more options, click on properties. See that what is the name I am given? The object name is, this is nature object. The extension of this object is JPG file. JPG file. This is the object name. This is the object name. Copy this. Wait. Copy this one. What's happened? Okay. Here we can copy this. Paste it here. The extension is JPG See that the extension is JPZ. JPZ. This is the extension. Okay. This is the object name with extension. I have to copy and paste it here. In which bucket I need to upload the object? This is the bucket name. The bucket name is this one. This is VCE 9441. That is, type it bucket name and the object name with extension. Copy and paste it in the syntax. Now, I have to copy this one, paste it in the command line in the command prompt. Right. Copy here. AWS S3, copy the object name with extension space S3 colon slashes the bucket name slash object name with extension. Click on enter. See that? Upload object. Upload object to S3 bucket. Under the S3, the bucket name is mentioned VCA 9441. The object is uploaded nature. Now, see here, the object is uploaded or not. Refresh this one. See that? Buckets VCA 9441. Click on that. The nature is there. Now you copy the object URL, paste it in new browser. See that? Now it is, I am not given as a public. If you make as public in the command line interface, you can practice it. And already I am given the link, more commands on S3 to practice on command line interface also. You can practice it in the lab. Now, I am given make as this is public, edit option. Put the tick mark acknowledgement, click on save changes. Now you refresh this one. See that the objects are there. You had to practice, dear students, you had to practice those changes also using command line interface. You had to practice. That's I am given task for you. Okay. In this session, I had to explain. This is the task I am given. Task is also I am given. See that. You can see this link. More comments are there. You can see that, and we can learn and practice. You can give public access to object using command line interface. I am given using console. Make as public. I am given the task to you. You give public access to object using command line interface. Okay. This is also I am given. I am given. No problem. This is the command we are using in the command line interface. How you make as an object. Wait, this is working or not? You see that I'm uploading one more object. I'm uploading one more object in this one. Here. In desktop, Vardhan folder is there. Under that, I had to copy this one. I had to copy this one. And paste it in my system. That is in C drive. Under users, my folder is there. I have to paste it here. This is the object. The object name is, this is the object name, coffee image. The extension is .jpg. Right click on it, show more options, click on properties. This is the image name. Copy and paste it here. The extension is Spaces is given. See here, check it. Space is also there. Okay. Now the extension is .jpg. Now, but the command we are using, that is to make as public the object in your bucket to upload. First, I need to upload the object. To upload the object, what is the command we have to follow? This is the syntax we have to follow. This is, see here, this is the syntax. AWS S3, copy the object name with extension, we have to type it. This is the object name with extension, we type it here. And bucket name, you copy and paste it. In this bucket, I need to upload the object. Copy and paste it. Object name with an extension, that's we copy and paste it here. Now I have to copy this one and paste it in the command line interface. Click on enter. Why it is showing the unknown option? The space I am given, that's why it is not taken. It is understand that the image 2, that object is not there in this folder, in this path. Now I'm changing the name. I'm changing the name, that is I had to rename this. Without space I am given. Now you'll see that without space I am given. Without space I am given. Copy and paste it on command line. Click on enter. See that now it is uploaded. Now it is uploaded. Now that object is there or not, you can check it. Refresh this one. In the management console, you have to check it. Choose bucket option. You have to open your bucket VCE 9441. The object is uploaded. Open that one. You have to copy the object URL, paste it in browser. Click on enter. It is showing the error. Why? Because I am not make as to upload the objects, I am not make as a public. That's why it is showing. Default, it is not taken as public. It is taken as private. Now, with the command line interface, how you make as public for that object? For that object, I am given the syntax is this one. This is the syntax we have to follow. Copy and paste it in the notepad. This is the syntax. That is, the syntax is this one. AWS S3 API put object ACL bucket name we have to enter. This is the bucket name. Copy and paste it here. The bucket name. Hyphen key, the object name we have to enter. This is the object name. Copy and paste it. Hyphen ACL public read. This entire thing we have to copy and paste it in the command line interface. Why it is showing there? That is, if I am given this one, okay, I have to copy this. Copy this entire one. Paste it here. Click on enter. It is showing the error. Why it is showing the error? You can remove the extension name. Copy and paste it. It's also showing error. Okay, here the spaces is there. Yeah. It is taking time. Okay, anyhow, I can explain it. You can refresh this one. It's not there. That's you can practice it in the lab. Okay. That is, I had to explain how to create the bucket using command line interface, how to upload the object. This is the syntax to make as public. That's we can practice it. Some error is there. We can practice it in the lab. That's nothing problem at all. Okay, I'll check it in the lab also. Now I want to explain one more concept here. That's why I move to the another concept. That is using the command line interface. Suppose if we are using Linux operating system, how we have to use that one. That is with the help of the Linux operating system, how we are creating the IAM usage, how we are creating IAM group in the command line interface. If we are using the Linux operating system, to explain that concept, first I need to launch the instance. With the instance, Linux instance, I am connecting. Now, is there any instances are there? See that? Okay, now it is terminated, right? Okay, now I am launch the instance with the name BCE Bardhaman College of Engineering Linux server I am given. Okay, scroll down. I am choosing the Amazon Linux free tier T2.micro. I am choosing T2.micro. I am choosing instant time and key pair. I am creating VCE Linux server key. I am given. Scroll down. Direct I am downloading .ppk file. Click on create. Now in network settings, click on edit option. I am given the security group name, the VCE Linux server security group I am given. Same, copy and paste it in description also. Scroll down. Scroll down. I am not given any advanced details. Launch the instance. Okay. Now refresh this one. Now the status is in pending. Wait for few minutes. Now it is running. Wait. See that? Now it is in running. Click on this one. Now we have to copy public IPv4. Now we have to open the putty. Here we have to type it the IPv4 SSH authenticate, browse the key in downloads. VC Linux server key is there. Click on open, accept, login as EC2-user. Click on enter. Now I am connecting the Linux server. Wait, I want to change the size. Okay, now the appearance is very clear. Okay, now I'm connecting the Linux server. Through Linux server, through Linux command interface, how we had to create the IAM users, how we had to create the IAM groups. That concept I need to explain it. For that, Linux mission we need to create. Already I am created. Already I am created. I connect the EC2 mission also. Now we have to switch to the root user. How we have to switch to the root user? What the command we are using? Sudo su. This is the command we have to enter. Click on enter. And then you need to update the repository. How you need to update the repository? This is the command update. Yum update -y. This is the command. Click on enter. Right? It's completed. Now, using Linux operating system, for your AWS account, for the root user, with the help of the command line interface, I need to create the IAM users. For that, already I noted my AWS root user access key and secret access key also. This is in my account access key and secret access key. That's already I noted. That's I deleted. This is okay. This is the access key ID, or otherwise I can check it once again. Here, security credentials option is there. Scroll down. Access key is there. See that. Access key is there. This is the access key ID. Already I noted. This is the access key ID. See that. These two are same. And already I noted secret key access, secret key access ID. I copy and paste it before to connect which command you need to enter, which command you need to enter. We have to configure the AWS. How we have to configure? What is the command we are using? AWS configure. Click on that. Now you need to enter the access key ID. How you need to enter the access key ID? This is the access key ID. Copy and paste it in my Linux operating system. I have to enter the secret access key. This is the secret access key. You copy and paste it. Click on enter. It is asking the default region name. In my AWS account, I am using the default region is the Mumbai region I am using. You need to use the default region is North Virginia. You can type it US East 1. I am using the default region is AP South 1. Mumbai region I am using. Copy and paste it in your Linux. Click on enter. The output is in text format. Click on enter. Okay. Now, with the command prompt, you need to know more about the command line interface for the IAM. You can click on this link. More details are showing. You can practice it in the lab. Now, to create IAM user using command line interface, the syntax we had to follow, this is the syntax we had to follow. That is, copy and paste it here. This is the syntax. Okay. AWS IAM create -user space -, username. The username we had to type it. Is there any usernames I am given? Before that, I had to check it. Yes, one user is there. User name is user one is there. Now I am given the username is user two. I am given user two. I am given. Copy and paste it in Linux command prompt. Click on enter. See that it is created. It is created. I had to type the command in command line interface in Linux operating system. For that, I am launch the instance, I am connecting it. In your laptop, in your desktop, Linux operating system is there. Direct, we can open the command prompt and then we can follow the commands. We can follow the commands. AWS configure and then sudo su update yum repository, and then we can enter AWS configure. We can enter it, and then we can enter the access key ID and the secret access key. All those things we can enter it. Right now, I am creating the IAM user. If you want to doubt, you can open your AWS account. That is under the services. You need to choose the IAM. IAM. Choose the users group. See that the user 2 is created. Just now I am creating in command line interface. This is the command we have to use to create IAM users using the command line interface. This is the syntax we have to follow. Now, that's already I am checking in the console also. How we have to create IAM group using command line interface. This is the syntax we have to use. This is the syntax we have to use. Copy and paste it. Before that, is there any groups are there in my AWS account? Just I check it. Click on users group. One Z1 group is there. I'm given the group name. Group 1 I am given. Group 1 I am given. Okay. For that, what is the syntax we have to follow? AWS IAM. To create user we are given. To create the group, we have to follow the syntax AWS IAM create group space hyphen group name, and then we have to type the group name. That's I am given. The group 1 I am given. The name is, this is the name I am given. Now you copy and paste it this and paste it in Linux. Click on enter. The group is created. The group name is group 1. If you want to doubt, you can open your console AWS, refresh this browser. See that group 1 is created. You have to practice in the lab. How we have to add users on that group using command line interface also. The more commands, how we have to practice in command line interface, all the details which I am providing in this link. In this link, IAM commands which are showing. See that. Available commands. Add users to a group. We can click on that. The relevant syntax which are representing. We have to follow these guidelines and then we have to apply and then practice. This is AWS IAM, add user to group, hyphen username, Bob, space hyphen group name, admins we have to give it. That is to add user to IAM group. To add users to IAM group, all those things we have to practice it in the lab. Right? Okay. Now, in the next session, I need to explain some more concepts using the command line interface. With the command line interface, how we had to launch the Linux server, how we had to connect the Linux server using the command line interface for your Windows operating system. In your laptop, you are using the Windows operating system. This is the command line interface we are using. In this command line interface, I am writing the syntax. I have to follow the syntax. With that syntax, I am connecting the Linux server. I am connecting the Windows server, AWS Windows server. In my command line interface in Windows operating system, I am writing the command. With that, I can terminate the instance also. In the next session, we are discussing. Why? Because you have to learn and we have to practice with the command line interface, how we can create the bucket, how we have to upload the object using command line interface, how we can create the IAM user, how we can create the IAM groups. Those things we have to practice it in the command line interfaces. I am showing that in Windows operating system, in Windows operating system, how we are creating the bucket, how we are uploading the objects. That's I can explain it in the Windows operating system. In Linux operating system, how we are creating the user, how we are creating the IAM groups, those things I am practice. I have to hands-on I explain in the Linux operating system. Okay. Now in the next session we are how we are launching using the command line interface. That's we have to practice in the next session. In detail we have to discuss in upcoming sessions. After that, in the next session also we are practice. We will give the start, that is virtual private cloud. How we are create the virtual private cloud, how we can create the subnet, all the concept in the next session we have to see in more details about the virtual private cloud. In the next session, we are discussing. Any queries? Raise your hand.